we'll start recording. All right, so Evan, you've got a company called Peaceful Fruits, and it's got a very interesting business model. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So, yeah, I am the founder of Peaceful Fruits, which is a social goods snack startup, as I like to say. Basically, we make dried fruit snacks. So picture the fruit roll-up of childhood, but imagine it done actually right. So it's both delicious, but also healthy for you and then good for the environment. So basically, the really short version is that I'm just trying to save the world one snack at a time. And the way that we do that is the main ingredient in all of our snacks is the superfood acai. And the reason it's the main ingredient is, one, you get the health benefits of that acai stuff instead of just being a gimmick like it is in a lot of products. It's actually like the first ingredient for us, which means it's the most by weight. And then number two, that acai is all where I was a Peace Corps volunteer. So essentially it helps provide a source of income, a source of sustainable economic development for the people in the Amazon who need a way to make money without letting someone come in and clear cut their land. And that's the nice thing about the wild acai, is that they can make money off the rainforest without having to totally change their way of life, without having to totally leave their traditional lands. And that's why I started with this product as opposed to different ways to help support the people where I was in Peace Corps. I wanted to do something that was really sustainable, but also respectful of their way of life. And then we bring that snack up here, or we bring that acai up here, excuse me, and we make it into delicious, healthy fruit snacks that look like a fruit roll-up, as I said. The generic term is fruit leather. And we work with a variety of local organizations that, as part of a full wage project, excuse me, for people with disabilities in the area. Because the nice thing is that when you make a really simple, healthy product, there's nothing crazy in it. So it's just fruit. There's no weird chemicals. There's no fancy processing, which means that it's very easily adapted to fit the needs and capabilities of special needs workers. And then you're doing some great community development on both sides, which makes me twice as happy. And you're doing something good in the community. And at the same time, I don't have to be the one making the snacks anymore. So it's just awesome.
So let me get this straight. So you have a sustainable model where you're taking naturally growing fruit in an economically challenged area and shipping it back to the United States, where it's then manufactured by special needs
Not
individuals.
fruit, by the way, it's a superfruit.
Oh, excuse me, superfruit.
Correct.
Where it's manufactured by special needs individuals into a tasty, healthy, and pure snack for children or adults.
That's pretty much it. My sales department, our line is, if you don't like it, then you're probably a jerk. So
Well, I looked at your website, so I'm probably a jerk, because for me, the first thing that struck out, not that I don't like it, I haven't tried it to be,
Right. You can not like the website. That just means you're a smart
I don't
person.
not like your website. My one issue was I looked at the color, and this is like sort of the Shark Tank answer. Like, this is, I think, what Lori Grenier would say. It doesn't look so nice.
Well,
it has like it's like a very dark and like sort of like, a dark black look, and I know when I buy fruit roll up or fruit leather, it's like orange and red. I know that's red dye 40 and whatever that does that, but I maybe don't show the product, make a really attractive package and then hide the product maybe, because you don't want people to see it and go like, ew, gross, and not buy it. And I'm not saying it is
the
gross.
good news is the fruit leather is actually delicious. Like,
awesome.
I've had it before. Like, he shipped it to me and it was gone like the same day. My mom has some lying around her house because she keeps showing it to her students, and she had to keep me away from it. It's actually really delicious.
Yeah, you have a really good point, man. Your name is Sol. I'm sorry. Hi.
That's me. Hi.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, you have a really good point about the color, and it's interesting. There is a noticeable minority of people. I would say it's about 10% or a little bit less that have that reaction. Where they say like, oh, this looks like, charcoal scrapings. What are you trying to feed me? Like, is this roof tile? Or they'll tell me like, is this seaweed? Like, what is this? And it is, as I said, it's about 10%. So it is something we hear regularly, but not overwhelmingly. But absolutely, we are looking ahead to doing a fully covering packaging like you suggest. Yeah, it's just a matter of scale.
Yeah, and you probably have such awesome graphics to do as well, like, because you could do the rainforest, you could do the superfruit, you could do super something. Like, I like super, putting that in the name.
Yeah, that's all definitely something we consider. It's just a question of of scale. That's just a little bit outside the budget for now, but definitely something we're looking at down the line. And then the other thing too is, I mean, you're exactly right. You just can't change the color and still keep it as an all natural 100% fruit snack. And we could actually, if we were willing to make acai 2% of it, then you'd see a nice apple color or a pineapple color. But the problem, I don't know if it's a problem, but the issue is that acai is a very, very deep purple, as you can tell, right? And for those of us who have read a little bit about it, which I've obviously gotten to learn a lot about acai, one of the things that you find out is that the fruits that have more antioxidants, they tend to be darker, richer colors. That's actually how the antioxidants manifest.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Bye, Saul.
Nice to meet you. So that deeper color is how those antioxidants manifest in fruits, and that's why actually it's in some ways it's a good thing. It tells you that, oh, this product actually does have a lot of acai in it, which is why it has so dark of a color. If it was apple colored, then you would know
a nice pleasant red, nice pleasant
right.
green. Yeah.
Right. Either it's filled with dye, or clearly the acai is is like barely any there.
And I heard like red 40 is made out of like snails or something, like really
it
gross.
Probably is. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, because I've been going vegan recently, and everybody's like, oh, stay away from red 40, and I'm just like, I don't want to know what it is, but it's obviously an animal product, so that's not good.
Yeah, sometimes you never know. I mean, and that's the nice thing about this, right? Is it's vegan, it's paleo, it's gluten free, and none of those things are hard because we just use fruit.
It's like, yeah, it's unnaturally good. Imagine that. It's sad that that's
right.
Revolutionary.
It kind of is, actually. I mean, and that's actually been the lesson overall that I've learned from this, from doing a social good business. It's not that hard to do things the right way. I mean, honestly, it takes a little bit more upfront work to set things up, in the right way. So, for example, finding an organization that could help me with this type of labor, right? There's a little bit more upfront work for how do you adapt your process? How do you, connect with those people? But those people are incredibly helpful, incredibly flexible. And I don't know, it's like cheating or whatever, but like it actually ends up being cheaper, especially at a small scale anyway. Obviously if I was cranking out 1 million units, then that might be out of capacity for this type of organization anyway. But as a small startup where I need the flexibility of 1 week I need 1,000, 1 week I need 2,000, 1 week I need none because didn't make any sales calls that week because I was too busy with other stuff. Like they're perfect for that. And at the same time, you're helping people with disabilities get jobs. So like, where's the downside? And that's what I found throughout this process is doing things that social good right way. I keep expecting it to be harder or more expensive or worse in some way, and that's almost never true.
Well, that's awesome. All right.
Yeah, there's no excuse not to do things the right way. There really isn't. I mean, the one exception I will give you is our packaging, which annoys me because that is the only thing where it wasn't harder. It's just like 8 times more expensive because our packaging is compostable. And so if I was doing plastic bags, they'd cost me, less than a cent a piece.
Nothing.
And exactly. And because they're compostable, they cost 6-10 times that, which sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. But it's worthwhile for your mission.
Absolutely.
So
it's worthwhile for the mission. And, the only reason they seem cheaper is because we don't get charged for the external costs, right? One way or the other, the world is paying that extra 5, 6, 8, 10 cents, whatever it is. So might as well pay it up front and then slap it on the packaging and hope that someone will pay me for that privilege.
All right. Well, thanks for answering these questions. I'm going to stop the recording.
All right, cool.
Cool.